Hey, it's Raleigh from KAMUI, and I am your average pool player. This is a video series where I take shots that professionals do on the first try in major tournaments, and I see how many tries it takes me to complete them, and also what I learn along the way, and I try to reason out what I'm doing wrong.
And we're back for another whack at the 2017 Chris Melling runout. You may remember it as the time the entire internet lost its goddamn mind for a couple of days, as pool players and non-pool players alike watched Chris Melling drill 3 disgusting shots on his way to an honest-to-God viral pool video. This is part 2, so if you haven't gone back to watch part 1 yet, I don't want to tell you what to do, but I am pretty sure you'll find it approximately as interesting as you're finding this one. After making your typical bank, kick, double carom, double combo time shot, Chris found himself stuck behind the 13 without a direct shot on any of the solids. So he jacks his cue up into the air and curves the white ball around a full table of traffic and then down to make the 2 ball in the corner with shape on his next ball. This shot is called a masse or swerve shot, and if you're curious about what other swerve shot devilry is possible, check out basically anything by Trickshot Mozart Florian Venom Kohler. I'm fairly sure that dude is a 1,000-year-old wizard, but I've never been able to prove it. Okay, here we go, shot 1. I figured the less curve I had to do, the better, so I'm trying to barely clear the 13 ball, and I clip it pretty hard. Shot 2, I aim much further up table to avoid the 13, and I don't hit it with near enough spin. Shot 3, I take some of the power off and the ball masses way too soon. The same with shot 4. It's a little closer, but there seems to be a speed to spin ratio I need to figure out. Before I do that though, what even is a masse shot? Well, the word masse has a little mark over the E, which usually means it ain't from around here. And lo and behold, it's French for struck from above, straight down, or hammered. And that makes sense since you gotta hit the ball hard from the top to apply enough spin to change the direction mid-roll. An equation for how a masse shot works was developed by French mathematician Gustave Gaspard de Coriolis, and the shot itself was pioneered by French Army Captain François Magot. It's all very French and takes a massive amount of practice and skill to accomplish. A masse shot consists of an initial direction and a counteractive spin. At first, the ball slides along the table in the direction of the hit, but as the friction from the felt interacts with the counteractive spin, the ball curves and changes directions until the effects of the spin wear off. It's what lets people do this kind of nonsense. So basically, I need to hit the ball hard enough to clear the 13, but soft enough to allow the spin to grab and redirect the cue ball towards the 2 ball. Shot 5 is too hard. 6, not enough counteractive spin. 7, too soft, but the spin was pretty cool. 8, just a terrible shot. Just terrible. 9, oh, okay, not too bad. 9 is the closest I had gotten so far, and it seemed like just a little more counteractive spin should get me there. It wasn't the case, but it seemed like it. 10 was another close one, just not hard enough. Shot 11, and I clipped the 13 ball again. Same here. Shot 13, I'm kind of in the neighborhood, but I'm realizing something else about the masse shot. Chris Melling is putting a lot of heat on the cue ball while still maintaining control over the stick. Whenever I try to put more power into the swing, I lose control because I don't have a good enough masse technique to maintain precision with such a compact backswing that being vertical creates. I could just hit and hope a couple times, but I think of this series as more than just a hit and hope kind of thing. Anyway, I immediately do 3 more hit and hope shots because I have no integrity, and I clip the 13 ball on all of them. And then, as if to protest my lack of sportsmanship, my camera died. Not like the battery died, the camera itself straight up died, and probably because I wasn't taking this masse shot seriously enough. It was also a pretty old camera. Anyway, the rest of this video is dedicated to the memory of that camera that gave its life to remind me to be a better pool player. RIP camera. Luckily, I also had an iPhone and I was back in business in like 45 seconds. Actually, this footage is way better. But let's not speak ill of the dead. Shot 17 had a nice curve to it, but it wasn't hard enough. Same with 18. The solution was obvious. I needed more power so the cue ball would travel further along the line before curving into the 2 ball. But I couldn't reliably generate that power without resorting to more random chance. So I decided to extend the bridging distance by bracing my hand against my leg for shot 19. Right away, I am feeling so much more control. For one thing, I'm using a closed loop bridge to stabilize the cue, and the longer backswing, or upswing, I guess, allows me to hit the ball way harder without sacrificing the control. Shot 20 is looking much closer to the Chris Melling masse. Shot 21 wasn't as close, but look at that curve I'm able to get on the cue ball. Just delicious. Cool. Being able to hit the cue harder is also adding way more counteractive spin. So I've got all the elements I need, I've just got to bring this all together. Maybe I need to hit with a little less spin. Nope. Nope. Shot 24 has a big curve with not enough power. Shot 25 has the power but not enough curve. And just as shot 26 made me wonder whether I had chosen the wrong hobby, shot 27 makes fucking contact, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Come on. For the first time in 27 shots, I made contact with the right ball. Shot 28 featuring Sweatshirt Guy just needs a little more speed on it, but I'm feeling really good about shot 29 because I think I'm getting the hang of being a complete disappointment to everyone forever. Okay, it only seems fitting that I knock this in on try number 30. Nope. But on 31, I am focused. I'm remembering the power, the aim, the spin. I'm remembering my dead camera. I'm remembering the camera's last words. They were,
I have 27 megapixels.
Anyway, shot 31, I line it up and gotcha, sucker! Okie doke, I had to use my leg to help out, but I did manage to get a pretty similar curve to the Chris Melling shot. I should really try this shot on new tournament cloth, since the slicker the playing surface, the less power you have to put on the cue ball, and the more it'll slide before the spin is able to change the direction of the shot. And if I was still feeling bad about having to use my leg to make this one happen, here's a quick clip of Chris Melling talking about this shot.
When I do exhibitions all around the country, around the world, I'm pretty good at swerve shots.
Yeah, I don't know if you clocked it, but Chris Melling does exhibitions all over the world. So I've got a lot of work to do before I can reasonably expect to be able to aim an open bridge swerve shot like Chris. And while that shot was truly insane, the last shot in the runout is a 4-rail bank shot described by multiple-time pool world champion Johnny Archer as,
oh my God, that might be the best shot I've ever seen in my life.
I'll cover that in the next video because it deserves to be on its own and because I didn't want to make this one 10 minutes long. Finally, shout out to this dude named Chris George. I was out playing on a bar table in New York and he came over and he told me he liked my videos, and frankly, it made me feel really great. So if you ever see me out in the wild, please come say hi. If there's a table around, the first game is on me. That's it. Thank you so much for watching, and thanks to Society Billiards for letting me film in their wonderful pool hall. If you have any comments or critiques or criticisms, or you want me to try a shot, go ahead and leave them below, and like and subscribe or whatever. I'm not your parents. Okay, bye-bye.